Hello. Hey, look, it's my idiot cousin. Can't even see her, but she's definitely there. Anyway, I'm recording this video. This is a add-on to Chao time. I know that I said that the next vid would be breeding and hard fruits and stuff, but you see, I've got the money to do that, but my gardens are full, and some gardens aren't, but some are, and the gardens that aren't full do not have the Chao that I really want. And if I really want, I mean I really need to explain this completely clearly. So yeah. But as you can see, I farmed all the rings. I have like 1,026 rings, so. Okay, so it's kind of been a while. Kind of. If you see the dates, but you know, it hasn't really been that long. So I'm just give you a rundown of my garden. I've saved the dark garden for last because something special's in there. But okay, so this is actually my friend's Chao. He sent to me over the memory card as, you know, just a Chao that I can keep until he got back, because he came over to get his memory card back so he can work on his Chao. So I don't have my second memory card. That's one thing that happened while I was gone. Another thing that happened is boobies. I don't think he was like this when I last did this, but you know, I did. So I mean, this is him now. So he's a ghost Chao with the apple on his head. I mated this Chao. I did not buy him. I got him. He is a blue two-tone. And remember when I said about two-tones being Chao with two different colors? Well, he came out with an evil little, well, not evil, a disgusting squiggly face. Some Squidward face. Like, I don't know. I'm kidding. Yeah, so he came out with this squiggly face, so. But he's a blue and black Chao. And if I can turn him into a shortcut Sonic Chao. Like, if I showed you already my shortcut Shadow Chao, a red two-tone, well, a blue two-tone would make you a shortcut Sonic Chao. This is Karuka. I already showed you him. Nothing much really happened with him. I made this Chao too, Asbel and Shadow. I was hoping I'd get a two-tone brown out of this, because Shadow was a two-tone red, and Shadow, not the one with the up spikes, the one with the spikes that are down, the shortcut Shadow Chao. Ninja is in here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. Ninja is not really doing anything. He's asleep, and I never really came to this garden ever since. The only thing I've come in this garden to do is play with Karuko or to move some Chao, because I did a lot while I was away. So speaking of shortcut Chao, I'm talking about Sonic and Shadow Chao. Why don't we go to them and see what they're up to? Okay, so Sonic is asleep, and all I did to him was make him a little bit more blue, because he was starting to hit more second evolution. It's not fully there. I still haven't given this Chao. Yeah, I gave this Chao a name. This is Star. This is a two-tone blue, sky blue and green Chao. I don't know why I ended up like that. I don't know where the green came from. But I made it that Chao. And the Sonic Chao is a two-tone, the same thing as this one. The colors are different because it's a Sonic Chao. This one recently evolved, and I just haven't been in this garden for a long time. I think there's somebody behind. Okay, no. That's me. It's my nickname, EJ. That's actually my name in real life. My real name, no one needs to know that. But EJ's my nickname. This is Jazz. I still don't know where this Chao came from, but it has a pumpkin on its head. And I think that pumpkin is preventing me from getting any other kind of items from the gardens. Because ever since that pumpkin went on its head, every time I came with Rouge and Knuckles to dig up some items, nothing happened. This is Groom. It's just like mine, because mine's died and reincarnated. And so did Goroon. Mine just has a smirk on it. Or just a little smile, just mine. Now we have the Dark Garden. And this was a little bit fast. And I mean 5 minutes, but you know, a little bit fast. Okay, so I'm gonna wake every single one of these Chao up. I don't care if they're sleeping. Now this is Bruno. Nothing happened to him. Oh, he woke up. Okay, this is Spike. Nothing really happened to these two Chao. I don't think I showed you them. I don't know if I did. It's been so long. And I mean, who should I show next? Okay, sorry, quick edit right there. My cousin just had to walk out the door, so I didn't want to interrupt everything. Kind of did. Okay, so these two Chao ended up snapping out of it and ended up being awake. So yeah, both these Chao have evil smiles. This is Death. Nothing really happened to him. I kind of upgraded his run a little. Like before, it used to be at like 700 or 900%, but now it's 1008%. And his swim and everything kind of upgraded a little. Because if you remember, he used to be on level 1 with Fly, and now he's on level 3 because I used the Skeleton Dog, which levels up everything but Run and Power the most. This is my shortcut Shadow Chao. Because the one with the spikes up kind of died, and I ended up mating a red Chao. Right here. His name is Casino, by the way. I mated him with the normal two-tone, him. And then I ended up coming out with a red two-tone. And I thought, what color would he end up being if I turned him into this? So, and that's what he ended up turning it to. So he's just like a Shadow Chao. I'm not going to make a spike scroll up because I'm afraid of his color changing. This is Melody, my cousin's Chao. You know, the one who had to walk out the door, my stupid cousin in my other video, you know, that basketball video. And Asbel, this is Asbel. He's the same, nothing really happened. Second evolution did happen a little. Yeah, she didn't like Shadow. I don't know why. Shadow hardly even touches her in any way. Is that other Chao? Yeah, no, I forgot about Casino. I told you he was Casino already, but just gonna pick him up. His stats are horrible. He died and reincarnated. He used to be a dark power type, which is where is he? Where's Bruno? Well, oh, they went back to sleep. Well, Bruno is what he used to be. The only difference is that he's red. So, because I bought him. And Casino died, reincarnated, and I let him stay a Dark Chao. But, you know, I never really paid much attention to him. So, you know, here he is. Alright. Now look, as I playing his card. Alright, for the last Chao, and the thing I've been working on ever since, my Chaos Chao, Flash. Now, if you remember the old Flash, he used to be this Chao, but in actual color, if I ever showed you him. But he died and reincarnated twice. I don't think I told you, but Flash was on his first reincarnation when he was a Dark Chao. At first, he had the happy eyes. Like, he never had the smirk, but his eyes were closed and it looked like he was happy. And he was a Hero Chao. So, I turned him into a Dark Chao next, because I wanted a Light Chao. I had a Devil Chao and an Angel Chao, but I never had a Light Chao. So, I decided that in order to turn him into a Light Chao, I thought I had to make him feel both pieces first. I mean, you don't have to do that. I just felt like doing that, you know, just logic-wise. And so, this is Flash. I spent almost all day maxing him out, his stats. As you notice, I didn't really pay much attention to Flash because of his reincarnation. Because after Chao reincarnate, I don't really pay attention to them because eventually when they reincarnate, I'm already working on another Chao or something else is already happening where I can't fix them. I gave him an otter. It's a swimming animal that you can find in Rouge's Dry Lagoon. Also, the first stage you see her in, you can find that animal there, which teaches the Chao to backstroke, which is what he's doing right now. It lets him do that backstroking, swimming. And since he's level 99 and everything, but like I said, I didn't pay much attention to him, so when the Chao die and reincarnate, they retain 10% of their stats, but the 10% that he retained wasn't really that high, so I think it actually was lower than what he normally would have been. But, you know, his stats aren't really that good anyway. But he will never be stronger than Karuko, unfortunately. But Chaos Chao never die. They live forever. But they can die if you mistreat them. In other words, if you decrease their happiness level. And by doing that is by throwing them, stomping on them, or anything like that. Like, they won't die immediately, but when they get to 5, they will die if their happiness is lower than 50, I believe. Or 30. If it's lower than 30 or 50, I don't know which one. I don't really care if it's lower than 30 or 50, because his happiness is probably over 100. Chao's happiness have to be above 50. So you have to have over 50 happiness for your Chao to even evolve into a Chaos Chao. If your happiness is anywhere lower than that, then your Chao will just evolve into a normal type of Chao. Which would make basically all your efforts useless, unless you like pet the Chao like 30 times. Because every time a Chao gets a heart on his head, you know what that means. Happiness is gone by way. So you can do it the slow way, or give him fruits and take care of him, or be a nice guy, and it will eventually gradually go up. So yeah, I've been working on Flash ever since. His stamina is very low, and that's pretty obvious because I never really gave him any time to do anything. So now, I'm starting to feed him. Because yesterday, he actually transformed into a Chaos Chao. And ever since then, I've been focusing on him. I've been doing everything I can for him, you know. And yesterday, I didn't even get to max him out. I actually had to finish him. Because yesterday, I only got, like, none of the stats were at 99. Because I knew I wouldn't have enough time, so I wanted to get every stat more than 1,000%. And I kind of did, except run. I saved run for last because since run was, like, one of the easiest stats to get up, especially since run is one of the most important stats and one of the most focused related stats. Like, this is one of the stats that you always will focus on. So I'm gonna let him swim for a while. So none of my Chao necessarily changed. The only thing that probably changed about them is age-wise. Like Bruno, definitely age-wise. As you can see, his dog's a little bit of a darker color, like more of a peach type color now, because he's starting to get 3 and 4. So I'm able to change him. If I give him power, like new effects will start to come up. But unlike when your Chao is a normal type, it won't necessarily change a lot. Like, he'll still be the same Chao he is, but like his dot might curve up or down or things like that. His arms might get longer, fatter, you know, just normal things, like how a kid will grow up. Their head won't change or anything like that. You know, it's not going to be like they have a concussion. Well, Flash is swimming out, I'm gonna let him go and run around. So, yeah, so Shadow's a shortcut Chao. I just got a new two-tone blue Chao. Shortcut Chao. Oh, look, Shadow's up. Man. If he yarns. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, he's the king of the Dark Garden. And I put him in the Dark Garden because this is the garden that I occupy the most. And that's why I keep him in here. Because I want this Chao to be everywhere. Like, wherever I go. He actually just came from school and learned the spin dance. He's been doing that ever since. Like, I bet he's had enough, and that's why he's not doing it anymore. I had him do all the races in level 5 so he can get all the rewards and stuff. So now he can use whatever items he wants in the garden and stuff. And now he can play the radio and stuff like that. So, I mean, I had everything unlocked already thanks to Karuko's ultimate stats. But I had to Flash do everything so he can get the rewards too. Because the rewards you get from the races, especially the Drool races and the beginner races, you don't get them from... It's not for every Chao, so whichever Chao completes it is the one that's going to get it. And eventually they'll use it during the races. But in the beginner race, the Crab Pool and the Stumo Valley, I think. Crab Pool and Stumo Valley, those two stages are things that are going to give you the water and the shovel. And that'll allow Chao to plant seeds. So I have $1,000 and I'm about to spend it on a seed because, like I said, I won't be able to do mating anymore since I already just made it 2 Chao off screen, like that I showed you in the normal garden. Like, that is literally the only garden that had space because the hero garden, I never occupied it, hardly. And that's why I put Sonic in there so he won't die. So yeah, I'm running out of a little bit of time, and I don't want my phone's memory to die. And the longer I take to record it, the longer it takes for this to end up. And, you know, I record multiple videos while others are uploading. Like, actually, right now, videos are uploading. So, the videos that I'm uploading right now are probably out. But, I'm gonna let you go here.